That's the only thing I can do. Oh god, I just realized. I don't remember what the hell I'm doing here. Okay, so... we're here, and someone wanted to dissect us. I remember that. Yeah, she wanted us to leave. She's not the one that wanted to dissect us, but her daughter wanted to. That was fun. I'm probably gonna check with Susato, actually. Do you... Oop, I don't want to examine, I want to actually speak. So, what should we do? You know, I honestly thought I never had the opportunity to return to Great Britain. And certainly not so soon. It's funny, for the past 6 months I haven't been able to work in court. Meanwhile, you've been raising a storm in the Supreme Court of Judicature? Judicature. Jesus. Please, Miss Naruto. I may have been dressed as a man, but it was a very reserved performance. I'm pretty certain the judge actually knew about it. Hold on, I'm just gonna... I have to cut my hair soon. Well, anyway, I'm back here in the great capital now. I'm ready to assist you again. And whenever I can. Okay, that's not so much of what to do now. Okay. Weren't we? We were looking for Sholmes, weren't we? Or well, I was at least. I don't really know what the game wants me to do. But it's not here. I'm pretty certain I'm done here. Yeah. I have not been to prison yet, I think. I'm gonna go and check with Herberein. I was gonna take something to drink. I have OBS on that screen, and while I was going for my drink, I just saw the wall. I had to go to my main screen just to make sure I was seeing right. I was first I thought, like, who gave you, like, anything to draw with? But you can technically draw on stone with just another stone, so it doesn't really matter. No one needed to give this to him. What the? What is he doing? Oh my, the whole wall of the cell is covered in mathematical equations. I think we broke him last time because apparently some sham person mixed with his machine, so instead of doing what it was supposed to do, it was just doing some sort of magic trick. And though he wanted to protect his hypothesis, I don't know why. The problem is, like, I'm trying to remember what it's called in Swedish. Hypothesis. Hypothesis. I don't know. I don't know why I'm trying to, like, pronounce it in a way in English. I think it's just because I am Swedish I'm doing that. I have no idea. But I had to actually tell everyone the machine was a fraud. Which I guess it just went back to making sure it is whatever calculation it has actually works. Oh, Miss Naruto. And with this young lady. My name is Susato Mikotobak. I'm Miss Naruto's juridical assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor. I'm trying to figure out where he stares at right now, especially when it's so silent. If only! I met a refined young woman like you sooner. None of this would have happened. Why? No, that's not logical. That makes no sense at all. Oh dear, I'm sorry if my presence here upsets you. I owe you an apology too, Professor. I didn't manage to deliver what I promised you I would in court this morning. Oh, no. The whole thing, the whole miserable affair, it all happened because I've been such a complete and utter clot. Plot. I don't think I've heard that before. I've heard clots, but plot. Professor Hairbrain, what have you been working on yourself? Wouldn't surprise me as a way to escape. Oh god, I remember. Just seeing some of this just takes me back to math. The problem is we are using some math right now, but it's kinda more simpler. But I recollect some of these and I am like terrified. Oh, you mean that? Oh dear, how embarrassing. I was suddenly struck with an idea, you see, and I simply had to write it down. It was all I had to hand. Oh, is it some new hypothesis? Something to surpass super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, perhaps, maybe? Jesus, that name though. Literally, just teleporting. He just tried to invent teleporting. No, actually, this is my it cannot be your autobiography. It's not even words. Well, like that's the thing. From my point of perspective, like when you start doing math like this, it's more words than real math. Because there's too many letters and too little numbers. How I was diddled and fiddled by Albert Hairbrain. Diddled and fiddled. Oh, okay. Sure, fine. I found I can represent my odd fortunes with only odd numbers. It's an ambitious set of simultaneous equations. Well, that's odd. Really? I'm going to have to pay back all those loans I took for the kinesis machine, you see. There's going to be a new serial publications from next month. Part 1, an odd birth, an odd upbringing. Yeah, he has... Okay. Holy crap, this guy. Can't beat a man's optimism, that's for sure. But this man's at least. I see. Well, for now, would you mind if we talk a little more about the case? Oh, yes, of course. I've been working through the numbers. I was fiddled by the pair of them. By Assman and by that aloof engineer Drebber. Actually, what was his name? Do we actually have some sort of... Enoch Drebber. Enoch. Where is he from? Is it... I don't think this guy's British. Mostly because of the name. And the worst part is, I know that there are so many names that are puns. Or just weird in this game. So I'm trying to find it in this name. Because we actually have had... in the first game, a Russian sailor called Beef Stroganoff. Do we have any odd mans here? Oh god, we actually have a face for him. Courtney Scythe. She's apparently dealing with the corpses and it's called Scythe. She's a coroner. Bohemian boy, it's mostly because his name is absolutely ridiculously long. Balthasar Balloon. That's a pun. I have managed to understand that. Tuspels, well, she's dressed like a witch. They thought that witches made wax figures, and her name is Tuspel, so that's kind of obvious. The rest of these is mere Assman. I don't really know. Hairbrain. Well, that's kind of simple. All of the other ones are literally just have normal names other than like this, but that would be more or less not surprising why. I'm not going to have to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we? Sorry, I kinda try to remember how long we missed something in a game, because Strongheart, as I went past before, said he was like 11 hours late or something to some late, or it was 11 minutes. No, it was, I'm pretty certain it was hours. I don't know if it was 11 hours, but it was hours, because he described 200 different things about why he would do something. I don't remember really. Ever Everything I believed in has been turned on its head. My research, Mr. Asman, the kinesis machine, my hypothesis even... I'm sorry, it come to this... Oh, that's me. I'm sorry it's come to this. There was really no other way. No, it's not your fault. I wanted to protect my work, but in the end there was nothing worth protecting. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public. No, of course you didn't. At the court this morning I realized something. Oh. For some reason I don't really get who's talking. Wait, I should read the name. If you do something wrong without knowing it, you've still done something wrong. Logically, it makes no difference if you were aware of it or not. Ignorance is a poor excuse. The blame still lies with me. In a sense of way, mostly because you didn't really like check everything thoroughly. You just hoped it would work, and then you try to like keep it that way. I believed in me this. Oh, he believed in me this morning, you know. Baruch did. He believed in my hypothesis. Well, I think that was just necessary factor in the prosecution establishing this case. No, Baruch wouldn't do something like that. I'm sure. His genuine believed it. Did they? I don't know. Baruch and this guy actually knew each other like a few years back. But when the professor, not this one, but the professor, just called the professor, killed Baruch's brother, well, something just broke. Why it wasn't that they decided to take on the prosecution in my trial, I mean? So what is his motivation? After the terrible accident happened, nobody would believe in my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyers even. Well, kinda. We didn't really believe in it, but that's because it more or less just pointed to it being fake. So if any other prosecutor had taken the case, it was anyone other than Baruch. I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis a complete utter nonsense. And in that case, you would have been declared a fraud yourself, Professor. Exactly, which would have been fate worse than death for me. But now we realize that though this guy perhaps hasn't really fulfilled the kinesis machine, he was not the one frauding people. Because even the jury had two people recognizing the name Enoch. I was like, oh yeah, you have absolutely been just fooled. I was like, oh okay, so you're not pointing fingers at this guy anymore, you're pointing fingers at that guy. But Baruch insisted that I was a proper man of science from start to finish. You think that's why he... Well, it is after 5 o'clock and I'm starting to yawn. That's how my body works. I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul. But that extremely kind-hearted soul spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer, didn't he? Fair. But, well, admittedly, that part of the analysis appears to have some flaws in it. True. Oh my god. I don't know why, but like when the time turns 5, I start to yawn. I don't know, I haven't not yawned the whole day, but when it starts 5 o'clock or something, it's just like, fine, tired. There we go. Okay, Mr. Asman. Do you think he set out to trick me from the very start? I'm sorry to say, that does seem likely, yeah. When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. He looked over the paper and had written and said my work would benefit all humanity and must be pursued. He was enthused, he was so empathic. When in reality he was a mastermind of some vast criminal network, it seems. I still can't believe it. As the machine was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic. It probably didn't require a large amount of investment, actually. But the scale of it, it wasn't just some small trick. It was a very elaborate feat of deception. Yeah, we had a fake balloon, we had that fake machine, fake cage. But why was he in there? Why was he stabbed? And with what? Because the thing is like, the machine itself, we believe has a false bottom. So the bird cage that was supposed to be teleported was just thrown down in there. And inside a balloon above the crystal tower in the direction of the where the machine pointed at was the other cage. And someone shot that to be able to more or less make it I don't know if it exploded. I think it might have exploded because someone said something exploded at least. But what happened with him? Because he was stabbed in there. Either before or when he was in the balloon. But if he was shot by the crossbow, it would still be stuck in there. I don't know yet. All young scientists are full of hope and they're burgeoning ideas, full of sales. But none of us have any money. We want to do research, but we can't afford it. Many of us take on bare legal part-time work to try to earn just a few measly pennies to carry on. We go through all of that only to be taken for a complete fool. It's rotten to believe. Yeah, that is unfortunate. It is, I agree. And that's why we have to find those responsible and bring them to justice. Mr. Asman is no more, of course, which leaves us only the engineer. Mr. Enoch Trapper. I'm still trying to find a pun in that name, and I don't know there is any. Is he an engineer or a magician? Or a swindler? It was about a year ago when Mr. Asman first brought Mr. Trevor to meet me in my laboratory. Since then, we have met him many times to discuss details about the kinesis machine. But at no point did you have any inkling that it was just an illusion. Why? Oh, also, I just realized I forgot to do this. I have to do this because I got a follower just 2 days ago when I was not streaming. Artless Empire was following, which is, ironically enough, very heartful of them. Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist. What do you mean? He was a wealth of deep scientific knowledge. There's no question about the man's genuine scientist. It's an instant appearance in a conversation. I see. But the wretched man decided to deceive you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him. Also, I realized I haven't done this as well. Probably should. Just gonna do a shout out to the Discord. I'm live. I'm doing like as many live things I can just for safety reasons. My Discord's not that big, but it's the easiest way to more or less send out that I am live. There we go. And there are no more clues you can give us as to his whereabouts. And as if drinking actually helps. I'm sorry, we did only discuss the kinesis machine, nothing else. Although, just once, I did visit his work. What workshop? Drebber's enormous fabrication laboratory, where he constructs my great machine. That could have been good to know before. Why did you mention this before? Like, if he's there, that's good. But if it's not, it might be some clues there anyway. Okay, so where is it? So you've been to Drebber's place of work then? Yes, just once. You understand? It was an enormous place, plenty of room to construct the kinesis machine, you see. Where can we find it? We have to go there at once. There's a good chance that we'll find Drebber in there. Well, yes, definitely, I'm sure. As in, I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this. But I have absolutely no idea. Why do you not know? I was more than half expecting that. You see, I was blindfolded in the carriage and the entire way there. Okay. So, you were kidnapped. He blindfolded you. He wasn't taking any chances then. But the place was incredible. The pinnacle of modern engineering. Even the oil he used was a very best. A special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Oh, the incredible scent of the imported oil. Okay. Okay, sure. You apparently that's something you spray on yourself like a perfume. What do you think, Mrs. Uta? Ew, the machine for your next birthday? Yeah. I just more or less just made a comment like that. You're a bit too late there. I never used any kind of perfume, Miss Naruto. I'm not sure I'd like to start with that. I don't think so either. Also, I'm pretty certain it's not good for your skin either. Ugh. I don't suppose you know even part of the workshop's address, Professor. You don't have a business card from Mr. Drebber, for example? The man was clearly very cautious, Mrs. Oh, yes, I do. He gave me his business card once. Right here, look. Yeah. He has a business card. Are you having a laugh? Does it? There's no address. No? Oh well. Can't say. Why does he have a business card then? What? Hold on, I'm gonna check that one closer because I feel like something is up with that thing. Oh, there's some spots back here. Historic smudge here. I think perhaps it's machine oil. Ah yes, possibly. Professor Herbert mentioned something about the oil Drebber uses, didn't he? Yes, that's right, but more importantly, it is more fragrant than the finest perfume, so... Odd. Are these meant to be something? I do not know. I'm just gonna... Okay, nothing. I'm just like trying to give him some stuff just to see if I like keeps up with something else. Well, there's nothing more I can talk to him with. I cannot go to that guy, so let's go up here. This is a bit strange, because if he was shot from the balloon and fell, how the hell did that impact manage to happen there? Because that's like horizontal, not vertical. Oh, unless I'm supposed to do this. No, wrong one. There we go. Is it still up here? Hmm. I don't remember where it's so... Why was this music like this? Oh, right, because last time we believe that his apprentice is Kazuma without memories. Elite. Okay. Well, thank you, I guess. Where is Sholmes, by the way? Hold on, I'm gonna see if it's in here. It's not there. Apparently works part-time here as a sculptor. I've already checked in there, okay. I'm pretty certain this was the man we met before. He kinda looked the same. The old policeman isn't here now, obviously. I guess I'll believe that it was just happened to be in the jury, though. It actually was. I understood that London has a population of 6 million people, and yet you seem to run into same people disproportionately often, don't you? Yeah, I actually do. I don't think there's anything here. Okay. This is the forensic laboratory. I kinda like the music though. So what are you doing at the moment, Doctor? Keeping a close eye on things so no impertinent Eastern think they can look around my office. Or is such impertinent... How terrible. Yes, you. She doesn't mind her word. No, she does not. She's rather blunt. Okay, so yeah, I am just more than done over here. Okay. So there's nothing in there. I don't think showing this to Gina would help, but let's try. Like, I don't have anything else to do. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, do you know anything about this? About this, Gina? Yeah, I'm still learning the letters at the moment. I don't know A to E, so if it ain't too much bleeding trouble. Yeah, so more or less just to tell people, she is an orphan, but she recently has become a detective? Inspector or detective, I don't remember which one, but yeah. So she's trying to learn to read now. Actually, Gina, it's the back of the car that's important. Yeah? How come? There's a dirty old smudge on the back, that's all. It turns out that this is a very high quality French machine oil. It's a very particular scent, apparently. You'll say. Let's have— Oh, Toby! Oh, if you love dogs, you're gonna love Toby. Let's have a whiff then. I completely forgot about Toby. You sure? I don't smell nothing. No, we didn't mean that you should smell it. Alright, you mean Toby. I love Toby. Oh, Toby. I love Toby. Toby is absolutely adorable. The sense of smell is so good it can track people over the ocean, can it? Professor Herbrain's informed that this oil is unique to Mr. Drebber's workshop. Locked and loaded. I just love how she holds it like it's literally loaded. I love Toby. It's such an adorable thing. Oh, it picked up the scent. So you mean if it follows the scent of this oil, then we can lose to that dodgy cove's workshop? That's right. That's an excellently... Exactly what we have been hoping. Alright then, I'll give it a go. I'll just borrow that. Oh, wait, when did you... Once a pickpocket? Yeah, she used to be a pickpocket, so she knows how to more or less take things. I was about to use another word, but I don't think it would be a good sentence to actually speak up with. I'll be the boss's boss before next week. Oh yes, Gina. Poor Gregson, yeah. Apparently it says he might actually move soon and take her with her to France because... Well, because of the Reaper's curse. Right then, Oda, leave it to me. Sorry. I gotta get going after the dodgy engineer's cover right this minute. Oh, but hang on. Someone's supposed to be on guard duty here all the time. I'm afraid we can't help. We need to get on with our investigation as well, Gina. Oh, right. Oh well, never mind. Ain't gonna be me what gets in the neck. It'll be the boss. Oh god. Literally like, yeah, it's not me getting the problem, it's my boss. Oh Jesus Christ. I just love Toby. Locked and loaded. What do you mean by see you later? We're gonna... Yes, I hope so too. Aren't we supposed to... Hello? Really before the dog swims across the channel for France. Excuse me? What am I hello? What am I supposed to do then? I finally found something I was supposed to do, and guess what? They just bug it off. Alright. Alright, okay. Not there, because I'm pretty certain she hates us. No update here, so there's nothing new here. There's nothing new there, because I was literally there a moment ago. Nothing new here. I don't have anything to present right now because everything... All of this has been used already. This one we got in Cord and has been used. And this is merely to figure out who the guy is. So technically giving that to people we already met isn't really any ideal thought. Okay. Let's just go up and further, just see what we can find. Nope. Nope. I think. Hold on, I'm gonna see. Where's the kid somewhere? He was gonna do something, but I don't remember what. Nope, she still ain't there. Well, bugger. I'm just going back and forth right now because I don't know where to go. Let's check this out. Who is this? What a horrifying scene. A murder caught in the grisly act. I know. And in case you were wondering, it's the one with the big knife that's supposed to be the killer. When is it not? Oh, well, at the same time, self-defense. I don't think anybody would be in any doubt about that, surely. And did you know that according to these descriptions, the bathtub at the back has no particular significance? So, why is it there then? I would have thought that it was meant to show that the killer also worked in the bathhouse, peddling criminal wares. Okay. Or they were just in the bathroom when it happened. I don't know, actually. Okay, Jack the Ripper. This was poster reveals his weakness. Sorry? The killer's stance leaves him wide open to attack. I'm quite sure I could see him off. I only know the first one. Don't make it so I will feel the other two. If that doesn't render the culprit unconscious as to summons... How many do you have? Oh, I'm sorry, it's rather hard to explain. Oh, no! No, you did talk something about unconscious. Please, no. Okay, so there is nothing in here. I've checked that, I've checked that. I have checked everything here, even the bathtub for some reason. Well, I didn't check the bathtub, but apparently taking up the bathtub as a talkative thing was something good. So nothing there. Ah, the Crystal Tower. I can't believe I'm seeing such a close proximity with my own eyes. You've been looking forward to a great exhibition, haven't you, Mr. Suto? Oh yes, when I found out I had returned to Japan, I was afraid I cursed my luck. But here you are, back in London, gazing upon the magnificent tower. I know, perhaps I was wrong to curse my luck so harshly. I feel my luck is like an evenness. I get good luck after bad luck, or bad luck after good luck. It always more or less even itself out. I don't know why, but it seems to do. What a shame that symbolic landmark of the great exhibition has been damaged like that. Yes, unfortunately, the birdcage crashed in the most prominent position possible. It's the gods giving us a warning, if you ask me. Man must travel under his own steam and not cut corners with some instantaneous kinesis. Fair. But imagine what might have happened if the birdcage had landed in a slightly different location. The death toll could have been far worse. I have no idea. Birdcage would rain down on all of you. Okay, that seems like something that I do not want to happen. How do you think I passed the entrance exam for Yuma University? It wasn't by studying alone. Holy god. Just praying. Yeah, literally just praying. Here's the scorching on the ground that you mentioned. Yes, and there is what's left of the green balloon envelope. All clear evidence that the balloon that exploded on that day of the incident. Poor Professor Hairbrain. I do feel sorry for him that his dream has been shattered like this. Someone's well and truly burst his bubble, as it were. I guess that was a good bad timing for a joke. But I think we're done up there. I hope. Let's go up there anyway. Let's just like check everything. Because I don't think I need to present anything. Because we had all of this before. This was given by him. We found this. We were told what it's used for. This is a balloon. We got this from him. We got this from him. We found this. We got this from someone in court and we got this from him. So it doesn't really matter. And we have checked the machine. We can check that just because. Pretty certain Turtle Girl said it would take a long time, that thing. Either was like 15 minutes for a roundabout or 30 minutes. And the best spot is always on top, which means it takes like 15 minutes or 7 minutes to get to the top. I'm just gonna skip this because I don't think it has anything to do with this right now. This is more or less the problem whenever I go into this game. It's like, yeah, time to just check what I'm supposed to do. What am I supposed to do again? At least I got the card. And I gave the card away. Oh, the problem is like what? Like what is updated from that? Because I know this game kind of works in update sense, that if I manage to do something good and I'm going somewhere, it's gonna update with something, like here you are now at this time, this date. But right now, every place I go to is the same, which means that nothing has updated. We haven't checked this. This wasn't here yesterday. That's the bird cage. Really? But I'm not mistaken. It's the cage in which the victim was standing in before he was apparently beamed through the air. That's right, bird cage. According to Professor Hairbrain said in court, it was made of wood. Bruce criticized the Japanese cypress, I think. And despite having been an explosion and even falling from great height, it's relatively unharmed. What a wonderful durable construction, wouldn't you say, Miss Neruda? Well, I do see a lot of triangles, so that's good. I understood that the forensic investigation team had taken it away yesterday to examine it. I suppose I might have brought it back here when they finished their work. But sadly, no, not with the body inside it. No, that's right. Well, you don't need to touch it, but you can like look very, 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 very closely. Okay, we got that at least. It looks broken in the like back there. Oh, an update. Good. We finally found it. Yes, we did. When did we meet him? Oh, I actually think it was just before she went here. It was just like a day before or something. Yeah, it was just yesterday. At Lord Van Sieg's office. I see. And if Kazuma-sama really is still alive, it means that Mr. Shom's lied to us. I know. We're going to need to speak to him about that. We're going to have to leave. The forensic investigation team are due to arrive shortly. If they find you here, it will cause problems. What sort of problems? Foreign affairs. That will be bad. Alright, we'll be on our way. Let's go. But we did actually get... We were allowed to go up here, so... I can more or less understand that in a sense of way, but at the same time, like, what the heck? Well, I think we're done investigating all we can here for now. We just could determine the whereabouts of Mr. Drebber. I'm sure Gina, little Toby won't let us down. I hope so. I like Toby. Toby is adorable. Now then, do you think we ought to try to speak with Mrs. Shom at this point? We have certain things to discuss. I'm dying to meet him again after all these months. Yes, it's quite possible he might know something useful. You're right. We have to find him at... Okay, let's go there again. I do love, like, okay, what am I gonna do? I needed to find him. It's not there. I need to do this. Nothing is happening. Now they tell me to go there. Well, that's good at least. Now I know where to go. And this is the update I'm talking about. Now I know we're supposed to be here. Here we are again, at the House of Horrors. I'm afraid I haven't gotten used to the place yet. I still would like to turn my heels and go straight home via the... Yeah, right, I think she said that last time. She would want to go home, but via the confectionery. She needs some candy. What's the matter? Look, Miss Naruto. Look at that waxwork. I'm quite sure it wasn't there before. Yeah, I know it's not. It's a part of his work. It looks exactly like Mr. Sholmes down to the very last detail. Also kind of fun because last time the little kid actually kicked this one. I just turned around to us to talk to us again, and you just see the background like fucking brilliant. What is it? Oh, sorry, I think you'll find that the temporary waxwork himself. Ah, the friend of my dedicated employee. Oh, yes, hello again. I'm Rinosuke. Rinosuke Naruto. I must say, I'm quite spellbound by the great detective. He is a marvel. My precious waxwork is already back where it belongs. You don't mean you found it already? But yes, the mystery is solved already. I thought the mystery had something to do with our mystery, but apparently not. Wow, Mr. Jones can really engage his brain when he's hungry enough. So, as you can see, he has returned to his habitual duties. Yes, I can see that. His habitual duties. Alas, do not disturb. We need to speak to him. Okay, that's good. She has no idea what's going on here. So we cannot disturb him. I'm not gonna care about that. Yo, Sean, we're here to talk to you about some very important things. Really need to speak with Mr. Sholmes, and I am longing to say hello again. Where is he? That's so stupid. I think you might find that he's quite nearby, actually. Oh. Indeed, my dear fellow, it is I. The world-famous great detective and waxwork, Sherlock Sholmes. She fainted. Whoops, I think you needed to recalculate that one, because that was not a good plan. My most humble apologies. I thought I did die and go into eternal paradise for a moment, via London. My dear madame, allow me to make my amends by offering you a tasty-free deduction at some point. As long as it's not of questionable street food quality. I don't understand. Why are you working as a waxwork here, Mr. Sholmes? Merely a secret identity, you understand. I thought the case is largely solved now. Largely solved? We're talking about the waxwork abduction, I presume? Indeed we are, my great fellow. As I predicted, it was as easy as proverbial pie. Ugh. Though I confess, I'm yet to partake of pie, proverbial or otherwise, or any food so far today at that matter. I was wondering it's gonna be a sound like that. That stomach rumble echoes around the whole museum. So how did you manage to solve it so quick? Oh, well, I do remember, as that was largely solved. Anyway, I simply negotiated with the culprit. Are you familiar with the so-called telephone? Yes? Oh yes, it's a modern invention, allowing you to hold a conversation with people far away. In Japan, only the imperial capital and a handful of other cities are connected as yet. This morning a telephone call was received from here from the perpetrator of the abduction. As such, I was able to negotiate the term, and in the end, the waxwork was returned. That's amazing. So, what was the negotiation? Just between you and I? It would appear the culprit had always intended to return the stolen waxwork in any event. Oh, but I thought whoever was responsible had to demand a ransom, no? Yes, I think perhaps the ransom demands was necessary to avoid unwanted suspicion regarding the true motive. But doesn't that not mean your negotiating was entirely unnecessary? I'm trying. In fact, I must ask you to keep from Madame Tospel at any cost. A hungry young iris awaits to return to Baker Street after all. Yeah, which is a kid. I kind of forgot the name at first. Now then, I do sense that you have some business with this great waxwork. Yeah. But first of all, Enoch Drebber. Oh, hold on, just gonna scratch me back. We're in the process of trying to track somebody down. Oh. Yes, a man by the name of Enoch Drebber. It's a swindler who duped Professor Hairbrain and the engineer who built the kinesis machine. A swindler and an engineer. Quite a modern man. He also seems to be quite a conjurer of some sort too, with a considerable knowledge of state magic. Really need to locate him before the trial resumes tomorrow morning. But we have so few clues to go on that the trouble... Do you have any good ideas? I have no data yet. It is a capital mistake to have a good idea before one has data. If I knew something of the man's appearance, at least, it would be better positioned to help. Yeah, don't worry about that. Fortunately for you, however, presently I have a little to occupy myself, a little to fill my stomach. Okay, the first one sure, the last one perhaps not. As soon as you find any clue, no matter how small, I will gladly give you my thought on it. Okay. So I'm gonna do Kazuma-sama's death later, but you wanted to know the guy, how the guy looked. This is him. Mr. Schultz, could you cast your eyes on this photographic print? Oh. Sorry, I almost about to sneeze there. It's of Mr. Enoch Drebber. The face of the engineer we seek. Well, an Englishman look broadly the same, of course. So looking at the photograph won't be particularly instructive. Did you shut down or something? What happened? Ah, yes, forgive me. Very interesting this. Very interesting indeed. What's interesting? You just shut down. What's wrong, Mr. Sholmes? You turned quite pale all of a sudden. Sholmes, do tell us something. Mr. Sholmes, did you lie to us? My dear Naruto, stay tight and stay that piercing stare. What is this about? Last winter, when we first on our way to Britain aboard a steamship, the words were clear. Yeah, murder. And also, I was talking about a man that was called Beef Stroganoff before. That's actually the man to the right there. And if you're wondering about his face, it's because he is actually owning a pet snake. Indeed. Wherein lies the problem? We met him earlier today, the victim, Kazuma Asoki. You're quite sure? He was wearing some sort of mask and was apparently suffering from amnesia. But yes, I'm quite sure it was Kazuma-sama. You must have known at the time, Mr. Sholmes, that he wasn't actually dead. Well, I can only assume I was swept up in the murderous atmosphere at the moment. But the fellow wasn't. I don't suppose that performance would pass muster, would it, Miss Naruda? I could believe that the crewman presented at the time made a mistake, but not you, Mrs. Jones. I will now tell you something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that. Please, Mr. Holmes. Tomorrow in court, you will find yourself on the threshold of a very great mystery. For now, I'm afraid that that's all I can say. I have a suggestion, Miss Naruto. Will you indulge me? Oh, well, what is it? As I explained to you when you arrived, the missing waxwork has been returned. When I personally reinstalled it in the exhibition from which it was taken behind those thick curtains. Oh yes, the Professor exhibit, isn't it? Would you like to see it? For a mere 5 shillings, as a special. One time only price, you understand? I think it's kinda good, because we can see then how someone looks. The opportunity won't come again, I might add. Would you like to see the fruits of my labor? Oh well, we do have a rather pressing investigation to carry out. Perhaps we could postpone. The price is a very reasonable 5 shillings. I think you'll find it's well worth it. I think he just do this to make a scene or something. He wants actually us to see it. Also, I just crave some candy. I have some candy left since I bought some yesterday. Are you being quite serious, Mr. Jones? Surely you need only to look at my expression to ascertain of this seriousness or silliness. I can never tell. Okay, apparently we have more or less the same sort of mindset. That's great. Very well, it couldn't hurt. Here's your 5 shilling. Gratefully received. So, the special exhibit awaits behind the curtain. I invite you to pursue it at any leisure. Either it's gonna look like Mr. Assman or it's gonna look like Enoch Drebber. I don't know who, but I am pretty certain that whoever this waxwork looks like, we have met them before or we will meet them. Yeah, apparently it is just hungry. Oh, we could ask Gina to retrieve it for us, using a special skill. Pickpocketing police officers and diddling detectives. Holy crap. Not to mention a demigod prosecutor taking the law into their own hands, or chip-loving inspectors. I do like fish and chips. The only problem I have right now with the fish and chips is like, when they make fish and chips, they do it in oil. And I guess that's why it has this taste. Because when I make it, it's rather black in taste. My father doesn't like the sentence when I say I actually spice it. Not even if it's just with pepper and salt. Oh. Wait, who is the professor? Is the left one professor or the right one? Oh there, I felt a shiver run down my spine as soon as we walked in here. Mr. Sutton, I say we turn our heels and go straight home. We had a really big confectionery. We certainly can't do that. We paid 5 shillings already. True. Let's go. There we go. Actually, now I'm looking a little more closely. We paid good money to see an exhibit that's clearly incomplete. The nerve of the great diddling detective is far more terrifying than any else in this place. This must be what Mr. Sholmes meant by he said it was case was largely solved. I'm interested in the man to the left. Be that as may, Mr. Sholmes heavily implied there would be a clue about the engineering here, didn't he? Well, since we paid 5 shillings, let's do 5 shillings worth of investigation, shall we? Well, I guess there's nothing really we can check on that guy. Because it's literally missing a head, and there is nothing on the body other than, like, he's like prisoner number 139. But this guy is very interesting. This part of the exhibit is just disturbing as the rest. It looks so real. This seems to be a young man in a white overcoat. And he has a large shovel in his hand too. Look. Perhaps we should investigate in a little more detail. Oh, can I actually... Okay, can I go up? What's this here? Well, it would be appearing to be a lens in the middle, so I believe it's probably a camera. Camera? But it's so small. Which is not like incredible, isn't it? I mean, what about Mr. Sholmes' skin prints? I think perhaps you should treat Mr. Sholmes' inventions as exceptional to the rule. But anyway, why would a man be in a graveyard at night with a camera? I wonder. Perhaps he was trying to capture a moment of a dead body come back as a ghost of film. Well, they did used to say that cameras like that is managed to capture like the soul or something. That's more or less that kind of camera they're used in Fatal Frame or Project Zero. It depends on which country you're in. We'll just borrow this for a little while, I think. Okay. I guess we're gonna check through it, right? By looking at the photographic plate inside the camera, we can see what picture was taken. What a photographic plate? It's a piece of glass coated with a special emulsion that attracts the light coming in through the lens. If we open the cover at the back of the camera, we should find it. Let's have a look. Okay, let's check that then. So I'm gonna go back there. Okay, so let's check the camera. I mean this thing. Oh, look. The cover came open. Yes, now there should be a glass plate inside. You have to change the plate with each photograph you want to take, you see. Is something wrong? There is no plate. This has been removed. What a pity. I suppose if you think about it, this wouldn't be an actual camera that was used at the time. Just like waxwork isn't actually a person. We never found a photographic print of the executed convict coming back to life anyway. Yes, you're quite right, of course. Then... is there anything else we can do with this thing? What a wonderful machine. You really love contraptions like this, don't you? Oh yes, anything mechanical I find absolutely irresistible. Also, I realized there is a red dot in the middle there, or like splat. Almost irresistible, surely. Well, whenever I see a pocket watch, for example, I can't help myself. I simply have to take it apart. I'm not much for watches and stuff, but I do like a good pocket watch for some reason. I just like how they look. I do like that. But there's a blood splatter on this one. Look, Miss Naruto. What is it? On the pillows, just there. There seems to be some sort of dark red stain. Yeah, you're right. Looks like a blood, actually. Oh, my. I'm sure it's not what you're thinking. Hmm. That's odd. There's no plate, but there's that. Okay, let's check this man again. I just want to see if I can find more. I feel like I want to see the face, but it does not allow me really to do that. It seems to all like only focus on the camera. I can see his face very well. Can you? Perhaps if I just... Do you think you should be manhandling the exhibit, Mr. Ruru? I'll put it back exactly as it was, don't worry. Can I see the face, please? That doesn't sound good. Isn't that Enoch Drubber? Well, how can... I don't believe it. A black monocle? Miss Naruhodo, is it possible that this man is... Yeah. Huh. Also, I'm pretty certain that's not a monocle. That doesn't look like a monocle, at least. It looks like an eye cover or something. It's Enoch Drubber. The color of his hair is different, but... it's unmistakably him. Is he the professor, then? Oh, wait. Ah, there you are. I was wondering who it was first. Mr. Sholmes. This man is the subject of our present hunt, I believe. Yes, that's right. Just, who is this man? Why is he here in the exhibit? And why does the convict behind him have no head? The head was missing when the model was returned by the thief who stole it. What a surprise. So then the case isn't yet solved, is it? Did I not say so myself? Largely solved were my word, I believe. But I must locate the missing head to the suite, as Madame would say, or I'll be in grave trouble. A very hungry Iris is still waiting me. I return to Baker Street, preferably with rations. Do you know, though, something about this room is strange. Strange? What do you mean? Well, the displays of the House of Horror are supposed to exhibit real events, are they not? Indeed they are, Miss Susato. Do go on. And as terrifying as they are, the scene in the other exhibits are believable. But this one... this surely wouldn't be even really have happened, would it? No idea, actually. That's a bit true. I think it's in time I educate you a little. About the nature of the incident involving the professor 10 years ago. Oh, thank you, okay. Who is the professor? Is the professor there to the left or the guy without a head? Also, I just realized that Owl has like glowing eyes, blinking even. I believe I told you a little about the professor yesterday, did I not? He took the lives of 5 victims, everyone being either a member of the aristocracy or royal. All were a type an enormous hunting hound, and had their throats ripped from their bodies. Baskerville's hound, the hound of Baskerville. Alright. Okay, so more or less to say something here, that's something that Holmes does not want to talk about, but that's something we know about. Because apparently Iris wants to make a book of it, but could not because that's something he doesn't want to share. But Susato knew about the title already, even though she never published it, nor... well, she did write it, but not publish it. And that's because apparently at home in Japan, she managed to see some papers on her father's desk with the name of Hound of Baskerville. So that's interesting. So that has something to do with the professor. Oh gosh, an enormous hound. How awful. After taking the life of his fifth victim, the killer was apprehended. It was a case unprecedented in the magnitude in Britain. You understand accordingly? The professor was tried in a closed court. No member of the public were permitted. So you mean that the professor's identity? As you summarized, my dear fellow, his identity was never made public. Naturally was found guilty and was summarily sentenced to death by hanging. He was buried in a grave at Low Gate Cemetery, which adjoins the rear of the prison where he had been held. However, that was not the end of the affair. The very night when he was buried, the convicted man came back to life. Interesting. He clawed his way out of the ground and emerged into the moonlit graveyard. The exhibition here had depicts the very scene and described by the sole witness of those chilling events. But of course, my dear fellow, it was none other than the young man in the white overcoat. Huh. That's interesting. So right now he's like a swindler, but he is also a witness of everything here. Oh, hold on. And also, welcome humble viewer to the stream I'm holding, here in our little kingdom in the corner of Twitch. Do grab yourself some snacks or something to drink, and I do hope you enjoy the stream. 10 years ago, the convicted professor had been gibbeted and buried, emerged from his grave in the dead of night. The sole witness that the unimaginably scene was this young man. From appearance, I would say he was about 20 years old. I was just thinking a bit. Scared of his wits, the young Drebber ran to the nearby police station to report the incident. And the sheer terror of what is seen is said to have turned his hair white overnight. That explains his hair, because his hair is actually white. Yes, as shown in the photograph we have of him, his hair is completely white. For the following few days, the story would have been seen on the every front page in the capital. The public was frantic over every last detail about the killer who had come back to life. As you've seen, the exhibit was created here at Madame Tussauds. I can quite understand why the man's hair turned white, certainly. But what I don't understand is what Mr. Trevor was doing in the first place, in a lonely graveyard in the middle of the night. Yes, what was he up to? What if he's not Drebber? What if he's actually the professor? Because there is blood on the camera. And if it's actually his camera, then that would be something. The professor's act of terror threw London's upper classes into complete panic 10 years ago. It was a great scandal, one might say, at the very highest level of society. And since the killer's identity was never made public, rumors abound. After all, no killer had been before systematically employed a dog as a weapon of murder. Yes, I can imagine the impact the case must have had. But in time, of course, the rumors abated. So too did the talk of the shocking witness account of the convict who came back to life. He was forgotten, dismissed as a dubious ghost story, as a preposterous parlor tale. But why did people stop believing in it? Why? Simply because there was no resurrection to speak of. As we established in fact, What do you mean by no resurrection? The police investigated a grave in Lowgate Cemetery and published their findings. The Cummings' body was found to be buried exactly where we had been following the execution.
No. But that would mean Miss Dapper was like the police and the newspaper.
That would appear to have been the only logical explanation, yes. The young man substantially vanished from society and nothing had been heard of him since. It's rather striking then that he should resurface now, don't you think?
Either that or he has a twin. Oh, also. Okay, I don't know what this is about, but welcome, Mr. Glider.
Sorry, I'm just a bit odded. What?
Hi, welcome. Hold on, how do you pronounce that? VP. Okay, I'm gonna call you. I cannot like. I'm gonna call you VP because I cannot just say VPVQ. Sitting at a hotel and contemplating if I should order pizza from Domino's or not. I'm gonna be honest, Mr. Glider, I don't think I can even give you a decision because we don't have Domino's here. So I cannot say for certain because I've never eaten Domino's. I have never eaten Domino's, but yeah, welcome both of you to the stream. So that's a good question. But like, if you're hungry, I would. Yeah, like if you're literally gonna eat pizza, like if you're hungry, I would suggest you are gonna eat pizza. Are gonna just do. Oh. Okay, that I understand. That I absolutely understand.
Am I done here?
That I understand. Yeah, I have searched around a lot. And I don't think, like...
Where is it actually? Yeah, there are some Domino's here in Sweden, but there are not many of them. So that more or less explains why I've never had a Domino's before, because they're nowhere to be seen where I have been. Well, that explains something. But yeah, like, if you're hungry, I would suggest actually order. I just love that face. But yeah, welcome to the stream, both of you. Yes, I think so. According to what Madame Tuspel said, he killed 5 victims, all of noble or royal blood. The waxwork is so lifelike, isn't it? Like all the models is in this place. I know. It looks like it could start moving at any moment, doesn't it? If only it had a head, that is. Because I'm pretty certain that they must have probably been like... Okay. Like, my thought is that these two are twins. Because that's why he had a shovel and a camera, perhaps. Like, I don't know about the camera, but I believe that's why he had a shovel. Or they looked alike, very similar. And when he came here, he was supposed to open this grave, and he popped out. But to be able to not, like, raise suspicion about him not being there, someone had to, like, fill in. So this is the condemned man. Yes, the so-called professor.
Then perhaps his head was shoved out by a guillotine. but unable to find peace, he emerged from his grave as a headless ghost.
I don't think that's that. Do we have to entertain such terrifying ideas, Mrs. Sato? Anyway, I'm sure the model had a head once. There's a metal fitting for it, see?
And then perhaps Mr. Sholmes had absent-mindedly forgot to reattach it.
That's an extremely absent-minded detective you're describing, isn't it?
Or perhaps the thief absent-mindedly forgot to include the head when he or she returned it to the museum.
And that would be an extremely absent-minded thief.
Give me some reason why only the head wasn't returned.
I think there is. Because that's the thing. It disappeared at the same time as the trial and came back like nothing had happened. Because as I said, it more or less returned like it was supposed to return anyway, no matter if it was paid or not. This is strange. I think that's a piece of a crystal tower that was destroyed a bit or damaged while the act was done. I suppose it must have been made thick to increase its strength. But why?
Well, perhaps because the glass had to span a particularly wide area. Such as in a big building, for example.
Well, we have seen large glass buildings recently, haven't we? And some of the glass was broken too.
I mean,
exactly, Crystal Tower of the Great Exhibition. But why would that glass from the Crystal Tower be lodged inside the Waxworks jacket? It makes you think, doesn't it? Odd. Early in court, we established that the kinesis experiment was a trick. And now we discover this fragment of glass here in this waxwork. Is this a coincidence? I don't think there is. That's fairly interesting. Oh, an update. Okay, that's good. You're screaming. Oh, hi, Gina.
What a bleeding Nora, Oda? What you gun done?
Hi, Gina. What are you doing here? Oh, she has her grenade launcher.
I asked Iris, and she said you would be here, so...
It's a smoke grenade launcher she has for some reason.
Gina, not so loud in the museum.
Madame Tussman will have you to take a position as a waxwork if you're not careful. I think there might be a more pressing concern. But I still had some flash powder left from 6 months ago, so...
Alright, Gina, we understand, but please, put down the gun.
The worst part is that Iris has something that's even bigger because she created that one as well.
Sorry, I got scared.
You should try to be being the one on the other end of the barrel. So, what brings you here, Gina?
What brings me here? What do you think? We found it. We found that dodgy Cub's workshop.
What? You found Drebber's workshop? I love Toby. That's Toby, by the way. Adorable little pup.
Yep. Toby's nose took me straight there. The boss and the other are heading over there now in a drag. Come on. Here's the address. I got the boss to write it out. Oh, thank you, Gina. We'll make our way there at once. Alright then, see you there.
Also, if you're the one looking over at, my chat is over there. So I'm just seeing if I don't miss anything. Did you go? Don't mind me. I'll stay here being still. What? Go over there then.
Oh, there. Someone's feeling sorry for himself.
Do you want to... Let's go, Mrs. Sholmes. You're coming. Your words hearten me, I must say. If I were to shirk my duties here, Madame would have me pay monetarily recompense, and I... He's reconsidering. Then there is not a moment to lose, my dear friend. I shall hail a carriage at once. Jesus. No offer to share the cost from Mr. Jones then.
I should gladly pay half, Miss Naruto.
Thank you. Holy crap, he was off in a flash. Yeah, he was... Ooh, hello. I recognize that thing. Even that is made of wood, and I'm pretty certain shit like that is not supposed to be made of wood. Does look like...
Oh, it's another super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine.
Also teleporter. Oh, I found some arrows as well. Indeed, it would appear so. Though only a prototype, naturally.
How's it got there then? Gina, well done finding this place.
I'm trying to look around if I see anything else interesting.
In such a little time, you really work miracles. It's Toby Arrow is a miracle worker.
I love when she holds him like that. It's like a loaded gun. I thought you would show up here before long. Hello, Inspector. What is the matter with you?
So, Inspector, is there any sign of the engineer?
Sadly not. We did not find a soul in here.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, thank you for letting us know about this place and giving us the chance to investigate. According to what Gina tells me, we only found this thanks to a clue that you lot turned up. I wouldn't want to say go to Paris with a debt of gratitude unpaid, now would I?
Thank you.
Anyway, if you're hoping to snoop around here and get a cracking, Rona 6 and the forensic team here on their way as we speak. Them again. I imagine if you get the picture by now, that they don't take kindly to lawyer types. For some reason I kinda like lose what sort of voice I'm supposed to do. So then, my dear fellows, let's turn this place upside down while we have a chat. And you, Sholmes, pardon? Take even less kindly to great detectives than they do to lawyers. Very droll, Gregson, very droll. But you may consider me more than a conspicuous waxwork model. Okay. Well, time to investigate. Okay, so I see a trophy. That's like sticking out. The rest of the stuff in the background, that's the machine itself. Nothing up here, but there are some arrows over here. That's interesting because we have a crossbow. This European style quiver of arrows with steel bolts inside.
Oh, do you suppose?
Crossbow bolts, these. And just the right size for a bow you turned up at the exhibition ground. In other words, yep, the more evidence to support your theory. All goes down to that Drebber was the one pulling the strings behind the scene of the whole scam. Yo! Nice. Also, welcome, humble viewer, to the stream I'm holding, here in our little kingdom in the corner of Twitch. Grab yourself some snacks and something to drink, and I do hope you enjoy the stream. Ah, this appears to be most interesting. Yes, most interesting indeed, wouldn't you say? It is an impressive looking back massager, that's for sure. No doubt that if you hit your shoulders a few times with that, your aches of pain will go away. It's a Royal Society trophy for excellence in science. A young scientist would wish for no higher honor. Oh. Would you like a massage? No, I'm fine. Thank you. I had no idea with such a grand thing.
I think it's becoming increasingly clear. But very much more to this Mr. Enoch Drebber than conjuring tricks.
I wouldn't agree more, my dear madam. And how about you, Miss Naruto? Would I like to take it with tired shoulders? He's not gonna let go of that part.
It's curious though, isn't it? You would expect such an important trophy to be proudly on display somewhere, not haphazard as cast aside. English gentlemen can be quite mystery at times.
I'm gonna look closer on that thing. Okay, let's check closer on this. Okay. There's a little metal plaquette here. Fostering burgeoning talent for the future of scientific discovery. This is rather ironic, doesn't it? But clearly Mr. Drebber really was a very talented scientist. Huh. Okay. That's strange though. So why, if he is a talented scientist, why do the scams? This piece of glass is almost as thick as it is wide.
Yes, I've never seen anything like it.
If you were to compare it to a human, only Mr. Sholmes has such thick skin.
There's really no need for such comparison, Miss Narud, as you well know.
Anyway, it can only be from the Crystal Tower, surely.
Yes, I think so too. It was probably made especially to meet the demands of the great structure.
And we found it in a mannequin. Interesting. Have I checked this thing out? I don't think I did that. Oh, look here, Miss Asududu.
Oh yes, the wood's cracked and broken a little. I suppose it's because it fell from such height.
Yes, from the height of which the balloon was flying, down into the Crystal Tower below. A fall about 30 feet, or 9 meters.
Leaving the man inside tragically dead.
Yes, it's just like destroyed there. I think there's nothing else on this. Just want to like check so I update these accordingly. Because sometimes you just need to present updated evidence. Well, let's check the machine then.
I'm sorry, Miss Naruto, that machine is covered by the special dispensation for scientific act. There will be serious repercussions if you were to examine it from the Crown and the government.
Those two doesn't really give a shit right now. Well, those two doesn't seem to be holding back. It's quite hollow inside. No working parts or devices. Devices of his deception to be seen, my dear fellow.
No loose change drop on the floor or nothing. Not even a bone for Toby, yeah, my dear fella. British people are very much ruled by their own ideals, aren't they?
I think that's just these two, Mrs. Suto. Yeah, these two are strange. Oh god, what is it? What time is it? It's like almost 7. For some reason I started just yawn when the clock strikes 5. This door doesn't seem to want to be opened.
Yeah, looks like it's got a pretty hefty lock on it.
There's a special locksmith on his way over from the yard. Hands off till he gets here. With permission, expect. I could have that lock open in less than a minute. Well, you don't have permission. And no one gives it to you. Guy actually does look like he enjoyed that.
Well, there's no sound of anyone on the other side.
No Drebber. No, Drebber must have fled at the first sign of danger. That was some sort of sound.
Oh,
Is something wrong, Mr. Suto?
well, I thought I heard a noise from the far side of that door. Well, Gina, did you hear it too? Yeah, I heard it and all. What do you reckon, Toby? I love Toby. And also welcome a viewer to the stream I'm holding here in our little kingdom in the corner of Twitch. Grab yourself some snacks or something good to drink, and I do hope you enjoy the stream. Right, mind the grease. Whoever's in there, open up. It's Scotland Yard. Ooh, I think my phone just rang or something. I just felt the vibration. Whoever that was just fled the back door. Gregson, run for your life to the other side. My, someone is in there. Or was in there. This rotten bleeding lock. Am I there, Gregson? As I said only minutes ago. If it only take a conference, I would unlock that door in less than a minute. Well, it is as I said. Like, if there's nothing important behind there, they could take their time to get a smith to open it or something like that. But if there is a reason for it, then you have to do it fast sometimes, even just break the door down. Especially in emergencies. Holy shit, that was fast. There, may I enter a will. You confuse minutes with seconds, I think. The time is of an essence, I feel. What are we waiting for? Time to haul ass through that door. Nothing for it, I suppose. This is an emergency. There's a strong possibility that beyond that door is the engineer you seek. Be prepared for action, my dear fellow. I'm pretty certain they actually just bolted the back door because I heard two doors. First that door, and that. Ooh. Oh, even the bed. What the heck? He's in the closet. I'm always gonna remember that for some reason. It's a video I watched a video a long time ago by someone called the Gassy Mexican, and he made a I don't know. He was supposed to make a comment from a series or something about someone being in a closet. I don't know what that was, but each time I hear closet, I just think of that. Why is everything upside down? Oh, there's a bomb in the middle. I just saw that now. Oh, bugger. But there must be. It was only moments ago we heard that noise. He's either inside the closet, or if there is no escape for him and he set the bomb, he might be in the safe. Which is frankly rather stupid, to be honest. Maybe that's the sound of Drebber running away. There's only one door into this room. Yeah, but I heard another door as well. And no windows that could afford an escape route. Skylights are too high. You say that, but it's like footsteps up there. How the... We have a poltergeist. What the fuck? What's that up there? Are there footprints on the ceiling? Below me? What have we here then? Why is everybody missing the bomb? I'm not joking. Like, he's in that corner. Or that corner for you. And the other guy is over there. There's a bomb in the middle behind them. And everyone is just running past it. Looks like someone trying to burn something in a hurry. Oh, that looks like a set of blueprints. To what? Is that Professor Harburn's bombing machine, is it? Blimey, without these, there would be no need to muck about trying to investigate all this crap metal. There's something of great interest here too. There's a bomb. Why is everyone missing the bomb? There's a bomb in the middle. Why is no one else worried about that? I'm just waiting to start here ticking. This rope was laying on the floor at the foot of that pillar. I'm guessing he had a rope there, and that's why there is like footprints, because like he took his feet like that and climbed it down. Either climb down or climb up. I don't know. A rope. What's significant about that? Never mind. You see, but do not observe, Miss Naruto. We must investigate the entire room thoroughly, and before the forensic investigation team arrives too.
Now he sees Sholmes, do you have any comment about those dynamites also like as thick as his legs? Holy shit! Ah, Miss Naruto. Yes, in point of fact, something rather fascinating. What do you make of this? I'm getting the hell out of here. That's what I'm getting at. Let's see. I've never seen anything like this before. Look at that bundle of stick. Mr. Sato, what's the matter? That's a... Surely that's a time bomb, isn't it? Why did everyone miss that? A time bomb? Sorry, but what is a time bomb exactly? Truly are one of a kind, Miss Naruto. I won't take that as a compliment. You know nothing, do you, Oda? You haven't got a clue what it is either, have you, I invite you to consult a dictionary later, Miss Naruto. But this particular specimen is no time bomb, though I confess it's very similar appearance. What is it then? Well, because I was about to shit myself. Oh, well, thank goodness, but then what is it? I see. So that's it. Goodness, Mr. Sholmes, have you seen to the heart of the matter? There are times when I consider my lot most unfair, for I am fated never to know how it feels to flounder as you do when a puzzle presents itself. But I have learned to accept the hardship that comes with being great detective, Miss Naruto, Mrs. Susato. Mr. Sato, what the heck? Once again, I draw two conclusions from the scene we see before us. The first is that the inverted nature of furniture in this room is the work of Drebel himself. But how could you... And the second conclusion is that the small device on the floor there, without question, completely genuine. Please, Mr. Sholmes, you must explain everything. It'll be a pleasure. After all, it's a great detective's civic duty to teach Scotland Yard the finer points of the trade. Also, technically we only have a certain amount of time until the rest of the people is going to be here, so I would rather you take it swiftly. I do love that even the lamp is directly upside down. Not like just turn over, directly upside down. Oh, you deflect the inspector's glare with such a fortitude there, Mr. Sholmes. Well done. Is that something to be glad over? You're too kind, my dear madame. I hereby dedicate this deduction to you. Can you stand just there, Mrs. Sato? Is that gonna be a deduction I have to fix? Because if he's wrong about a bomb, we're doing a false deduction in the middle of a... That's gonna be fun. Oh, we are. So what you're saying is that if you're wrong now, that is a real bomb. For a second of all, we're wasting time until the other people comes here and shows us the door. It's plain to see that this room is complete disarray. The bed, the table, the chairs, the lamp. Whew. Everything is upside down. Almost as if the item in the room had until recently been happily positioned on the ceiling, before falling straight down onto the floor. Every item in the room was on the ceiling. Are you suggesting that... Oh! Yo, I see it as a safe code. I don't know if that's smart or not. In a way, it's smart because I don't believe there are many people looking for a safe code under the seat. But at the same time, it's like it's just plainly there. Oh, this is bullshit. It would appear that the technology has at last succeeded in freeing us from the great pull of Earth. Hell no. That's not it. the gravity in this room was reversed and then suddenly restored to normality.
Goodness.
The inverted furniture clearly reveals the truth about the part of... That's why I don't understand your skepticism, Mrs. Sutton. I too was incredulous at first. Some words I cannot mispronounce, no matter what. However, my conviction in my analysis was cemented when I observed this. Oh my god, we are standing in the middle of a room with a bomb. I don't like this. If that thing was on and ticking, we would be dead while he's doing this. Oh, sorry about that. I had to just do that. Oh god, this guy's gonna kill us someday. The commotion we heard earlier from the other side of the room was the moment that the restoration occurred. So yeah, welcome, number viewer. If you wonder what's happening, he believes that is an anti-gravity device that caused everything to more or less just tumble to the ground from the ceiling, and not a bundle of dynamite with a clock on it. This dude is insane. So you see, we need to look no further to explain the state in which we now find this room. The direction in which gravity acts in here was reversed by Mr. Trevor. Before being restored to normality in a... That's bullshit. That's so much bullshit. Even I have dreams, but apparently in those dreams I can actually use magic. Which is so strange, because it's like, in a way I control the dream, but I don't understand it, so instead I just changes some stuff. I think I had one of those like just last night. Indubitably, the great clue we have to explain his action is above our heads.
Yes, how is it possible there were footprints all the way up there on the ceiling?
A question whose answer will lead us neatly to the truth, my dear madam. The reason there are footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby skylight. Of course, Mr. Drebber's aim was singular, to escape. However, there is but one way into this room, excepting the skylight, that is. Ah. Oh god. That's kinda trippy. By averting the gravity in here, Drebber was able to fall conveniently to the ceiling and make his escape with the otherwise inaccessible skylight, leaving those footprints behind the other way. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I know that feeling, Mr. Glider. I actually ordered Thai food a few days ago, and it was like 200 to 250, because the whole delivery is literally like 75 Swedish kronor. So yeah, I know the feeling. I know exactly. So next time I'm gonna order something, I think I'm gonna do it on spot instead. If there was so like that's the thing. I don't know if there's anything close by, because most of the times I go to town if I want to eat out or something like that. But I am like 30 minutes by foot. So it takes some time. Norway, the land of the rich, wants to feel poor. Oh good god. I've not been to Norway actually. I've actually only been to Sweden, Denmark and Britain. And all of those that were not Sweden has been from many years ago when I was a kid. So mostly I've just been in Sweden. I'm not really a guy that actually goes around just traveling a lot. But yeah, that's expensive. To reach the indent destination, better tool than this rope. But yeah, when he said the whole changing the gravity, anyone remember Despicable Me? When the goddamn minion just flies up in the air and disappears from everyone?
Oh, this deduction though. Yeah, like it wouldn't surprise me because I'm pretty certain like many like Coke and stuff like that in like places that are not a grocery store are much more expensive than they are a place like that, because I'm pretty certain I've seen stuff like that before. I don't know about like 69, and also that is an absolutely nice number, but yeah, that's like holy shit. I want to check something. Hold on, because I'm like so curious what the difference is now between everything. So I'm gonna go to my normally visit site here. I'm gonna go to check Norwegian. I'm gonna check that. Oh my fucking god. Jesus Christ. So whoa. Oh my fucking god, it's just expensive. What the crap? Hi, Turtle Girl, welcome to the stream. We're just talking economy here right now.
Hello there.
Hello there. Love that. But yeah, so I have, whenever I'm buying stuff from another country, I often check like what it is. Like, oh, I'm gonna buy something for like dollars, but I am from Sweden. So I like check a site called valuta.se. So I can actually literally just like, oh, I'm gonna take the euro, English pound, Swedish franc, Swedish krona, or norsk krona. So now I actually put in, yeah, it is around like 100 is 106 Swedish kronor. Hold on, I'm gonna check because I'm pretty certain you are absolutely right about that, because I did check 69 and it was like 70. But you are right. Like, what the crap? Oh my god, that's so expensive. Whoa. Yeah, like I don't know what to say about that. That's like, that's so expensive. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of fair. That's kind of, I think I don't remember what my in hour was. I don't remember what my highest in hours was. It was like if either was like 60 or 50. Or was, I don't remember. Oh, wait, I kind of want to have hold on. I need to more or less check this, like 2 weeks a month. Holy crap. So 300 per hour. Okay, I just need to do math now, and I'm not good with math, so I'm gonna have a calculator here. Because I'm curious like how that would be. I just need to find it here. Hold on. Like, holy crap. Working 2 weeks. Oh, Jesus. Like 300. I'm just guessing like a normal 8-hour work. Just as a more or less template for right now. And you do that like 30 days. Oh wait, let's do that. Like 30 days, which is, no, not 30 days. Sorry, wrong of me. 30 days is 1 month. Wrong of me. Jesus. Holy crap. Just like, holy crap. But yeah, with the prices you have there, I can understand. Like, that's the thing. Like, from my perspective, it's like expensive as hell and a salary like hell. So it's like, I don't know what to feel. It's like, is it good? Is it bad? Oh, yo, hello. I'm actually from Borås as well. Talk about it. Holy crap. The world is small. Well, actually, I'm more or less from Borås as well. I'm from, like, around Frista. That's cool. Holy shit. Well, I don't know, like... Yeah, I actually am. Well, that was something. Like, mostly I have just been around, like, Stockholm and Gothenburg and stuff like that. Now I'm near Karlskrona, but still, what the heck? Oh, yo. Alright. Well, that's fascinating. Huh. That's actually kind of cool. Someone from Borås, actually. Nice. I kind of missed what's going on here in the game, but I'm pretty certain that what he's saying here is he changed the gravity using a bundle of dynamite. That's cool. Heck yeah. It's a marvelous line, wouldn't you agree? One of my... Oh. Oh. The problem is, like, me and people sometimes, like... I've not met many people in a long time now that I used to know in school. Well, like, strange name. Is it like I know some people, some person with a strange name, or it's his nickname. I don't know, but it's literally like it's not just a Swedish name, so that's why it's just strange. I actually don't know. Sure. I don't know. If that's the name you're talking about, then no, I actually do not recognize that. That is a name I do not recognize. You could say that my social skill is rather low. Oh, but no, I have not heard about that name. I have not heard that name before. That's cool. I don't remember if I'm allowed to actually talk about that. The thing is, like, you're supposed to not talk too much about age here, but I'm around 30. I'm pretty certain people know about my age here. Almost 30. It's just me, like, there's some stuff I share, some stuff I don't share. It's just like, sometimes just like, Ah, okay. That might be, as I said, like, my social skill is not the best, so I knew the people from my class, and mostly, and many of those I have not heard from in a long time. I still have some I talk to, or some I hear from, but else not that much. I've, like, lost contact with many people. That's cool. Someone from around the area I live, where my parents live. Almost if they're yeah, we know about this. Yeah, that I don't really recognize. I'm around that area, but not fully in there, so I have no idea about the Brotherhood or whatever it's called. I have never heard that before. Not even lying.
Okay, so what exactly will we need to fix here? Oh, okay, yeah. Most of my music taste recently is either from games, Sabaton, or Five Finger Death Punch. So I'm pretty certain that that's why I did not know about it, because it's not really music I listen to. Well, that explains some stuff. I never heard about that though. I'm probably gonna search up who they are actually, just for fun. Yeah, it is. I like Freestyle some a bit. Bros, I don't really like, but that's mostly because there's never really anything good there any longer for me. But it's a nice place. Home is a nice place. Oh. Oh, look at that. That's not upside down. But yeah, I've lived there, around there, ever since 2 years ago now, because I'm studying abroad. So I'm right now as far down in Sweden, more or less, you can come. And I'm gonna be honest, it's absolutely beautiful there. That's odd. Did you try to send a link or something? Because I'm pretty certain that does not work here. For safety precautions of people trying to... Nah, that's the chat itself, because there are some people now and then that try to sell viewership or sell followership. For me it didn't do anything, it just did ... It just did ... Nothing worked for me. But mostly I have that up so people cannot just like, oh, here you can buy stuff like this, because mostly it doesn't do stuff like that. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna... Well, I see some images at least. Okay. Wait, how? Ah, that might be I not really heard much about it, perhaps. Because it seems like not new, but I'm pretty certain like it's something I haven't really heard about, because it's like just, I don't know, maximum of 5 years, perhaps 4. So that might be it. Yo, hi Aaron, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm doing well. Just tried some schoolwork today. Talking to someone right now in chat that's living around the same area I live with my parents. But yeah, I am doing fine and dandy. No, it was not. The gravity was never inverted. This guy believes a bundle of dynamite inverted the gravity. And I'm worried about that now, because he said first it was fake or something. And then I thought like, oh, okay, it's a dud. But now when he says it's an anti-gravity device, I just sit there like, dude, it's a bomb. We're dancing around it, jollyful, like nothing happened, and it's a bomb. You see, he believes that thing is an anti-gravity device. Also, I see the save code. Yeah, they're doing JoJo poses. They do that when they do stuff like this. They love doing stuff like this. quite naturally, there is an explanation. Yes, the reason why everything in here has been turned up. That's not an anti-gravity device. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. As I'm just doing some schoolwork today, taking it a bit chill. That's the thing, like, there are some times I stress out about schoolwork and feel like I have to do shit on schoolwork with the work I do. But I just feel like the only thing I can do is the best I can do. If it takes stops, it takes stops for the moment. Right now I got some help with doing some of the coding, but I still have a problem with the math, not map. Because what I'm trying to do is so a skeleton in a 3D program is sending over its rotation and orientation to the other skeleton. But then, oh that's fun. But the problem is that the axes on the skeleton itself does not really work the same way. The way axes work is like X, Y, and Z, which we have learned is either left-handed, as you can see now. Y is the thumb, Z and X. And then we have this, and as you can see, these are two different now. So the skeletons works kinda that way, and because of that, we cannot just say be the same. We literally have to do a mathematical equation to make sure the other skeleton has its own rotational axis, but the same sort of rotation as it's supposed to be. So unfortunately right now, I have no idea how to fix that. I got a help today to make sure that instead of making everything a list, everything was made as a vector, which is supposedly how you change rotations within a 3D space, especially in math. But both my hands while checking a cake. Oh, I am sorry to hear that, Aaron. I hope your hands are getting better very soon. It is your first meal. I do hope you're eating. It is a very big pizza or a very good pizza. For some reason, because of the domino thought, I think myself a pizza around this big now, which is, well, not really that much sustaining. But the pizza is absolutely good, yeah. But yeah, I hope your hands are okay, Aaron. I know the feeling, actually, but unfortunately it was not. 30 something is the demons. It's around the same. A normal pizza, I would say. Ah yes, but that's a good meal. I good that you did enjoy it. I myself isn't really a big eater, so I could never really eat at least a pizza myself. I could handle half of a pizza. But it's good that you at least enjoyed your meal. Speaking of that, I do actually have some pizza though in my fridge. And I am someday gonna make some pizzas actually. For some reason I never really feel for ordering pizza. Probably because I've been eating it a lot whenever I was a kid. But yes, making pizza is a bit different. Most of the time I do enjoy a good hamburger. Or nuggets, that also works as fine as well. The only issue, at least, with nuggets such as McDonald's and stuff is that they're about 15 minutes with a bus one way. And it would take a rather long time for me to walk the whole way there or take the bus just for that. So sometimes I do order it, which does cost a lot of money. I'm pretty certain I said before, but I ordered some food not long ago and the delivery cost around 75 Swedish kronor. Which is about, I don't know, 75% of the whole meal, I would say. Around. I'm not really good with math, and especially not now, so I just say a vague part at least. Also, I kind of forgot when that was popped in. So I am gonna say it was around 10. Oh, no, was it 15? Let's easily say 15. I'm gonna do a 15-minute ASMR. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot to check the time. So I'm gonna say that it was on 15 minutes over. So that it would be 7:30. I will stop doing ASMR. I am, though, gonna be honest, I'm still worried about these people. It said that everything was about a anti-gravity device, causing everything to go to the ceiling. We have already broken that and still going on with the other half of this portion. The only issue is that people seem to not realize that there is actually still a bomb in the room. But I do wonder when I'm gonna make the pizza. Might be under the weekend perhaps, when I have time for it. Technically I do have time for it under the days as well, because though I am studying, I'm studying from home because of the distant thing right now, or we're not allowed it. Well, I'm a bit uncertain if it's gone back to us being able to be in school. But because of the changes in the mid-class, it's easier to stay here. That's odd.
Take that!
But yes, most of the time I can take some time to actually cook some good food. For example, homemade fish and chips, or perhaps some chicken tenders. Which I do actually enjoy. The fish and chips is good. But because the taste isn't really the same, because it's not being fried in oil, I do find it rather blake. Good but blake, so sometimes I do spice it with perhaps salt and pepper, which my father do not like the sound of. For those who doesn't know, I am half British, and you're not supposed to actually spice them anything. But I am gonna get myself some lemon, so that might actually be some good stuff for that. But yes. But tomorrow I am gonna ask for some help with the programming I'm doing. I managed to get some good help last week from the problem I unfortunately pestered you people with. I managed to get some help with that. And I managed to do very well now. Well, spicy and spicy. I did spice it some stuff with pepper and salt. I either did not do it enough though, because it did not really change any sort of flavoring. So, no. It wasn't really that spicy. But as I said, I will probably get a lemon. Or lemon drops. It works especially fine when I don't have anything else to drink. Some water and some lemon drops, that's always handy to have. But yes, the recent problem I have now with the coding is I'm still wondering how they mean about not being able to have the same textures. Because I realized that I never save the textures, I only save the shader resource view, which holds information about the textures themselves. So I guess I have to tell it to do something. I'm gonna ask about that because I'm curious. Because we're not supposed to duplicate any textures, which makes it a bit difficult. Hmm. Do I have any... Excuse me, I just have to... Alright, I have to admit this was clever. Do we just throw the rope at a balloon and then pull it down? Which is much easier said than done. I guess I was a bit confused. They must be speaking about the real balloon. And I thought it was speaking about this fake one.
Take that!
So he used a crossbow to put down the balloon. You mean the salt and pepper with the fish and chips? It's kinda good. Mostly because I do try not to do too much of anything there, because I feel it wouldn't be fish and chips. But as I said, the oil does make the difference with the taste, and I guess that's the taste I get whenever I eat real fish and chips. What was the second problem? Oh, right. The second problem I had on the coding was that I do not understand yet how to draw. Or did I? I must say, did I ever try that? That is peculiar, I must say. That's the wax work, you say? Ah. Now the question is, that is a good way of making sure you do not recognize who is ever underneath it. So the question is, when in this whole drama was it actually used? And yes, I believe that must be the head, because they did say no one knows how the professor looks like. The trial was behind closed doors, and unfortunately no one knows what the professor looks like. I'm just curious about something. I'm just gonna check here. I'm just checking what happened with some people. I don't know. Oh well, people enjoy the stream and people have things to do. That's a part of life. But I must say, I am very highly enjoy when people show up to stream. It has been fun to talk to someone that actually is from the area I am born and raised in. But that's rather strange. But how? Let me think here. Because people say they saw Mr. Asman actually go over there. What if... I'm mostly just speculating because I do not know the truth about this yet. But if people actually saw the thing fall down, people must have paid attention to the sky. So what if Mr. Asman actually went underground? Not fully underground, but he fell down in the trapdoor and actually went to the birdcage and went in there himself. But I do wonder, does that mean he died afterwards? If you do not understand, I'm gonna try and explain here. The machine itself was supposed to transport people, like Star Trek or whatnot. But apparently it was a ruse. There was a hidden part in the balloon. Or, well, the balloon itself was concealing another birdcage. But they saw the man, Mr. Asman, on top of the observation deck. But there is actually a false bottom, that means he fell down. But the man is actually dead then, and there is not a waxwork to be seen other than later on. That means that he must have exchanged afterwards. Probably when people still were watching upon the stage. Or whatnot, the birdcage when it fell. So that must mean he must have exchanged himself with the bird and the waxwork. I'm pretty certain he must be in there. Or perhaps not.
Take that!
I believe he might be in there. Ah, no. Ah. I was technically right the first time. I just felt that it was a bit odd that he has already emptied it. Which isn't particularly strange when you think about the reason that he wished to hide in there because of the bomb. I know where he is now. Do not worry, Mr. Sutton. I'm very well aware of where he is hidden. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my normal voice. Or well, my voices. I cannot do voices on ASMR. That's not really gonna work. Really close now, Miss Narod. Yeah, I know where he is now. That was actually my first thought ever. Like, yeah, because of the bomb, he's in there. Like, you know, Indiana Jones and the whole nuke thing.
Take that!
Before we gained access to this room, we heard a noise from here. Which tells us the engineer was still in the building at that point. Yeah, I thought it was a back door at first and said, oh yeah, you have to run out and just haul your ass over there. He was in fact searching for the combination to his safe. And presented for the time, made no attempt to write the furniture that would... Oh, for some reason I forgot to do the voices. And presented for time, made no attempt to write the furniture that overturned in the process. From which we can deduce that this man was... The search for the combination happened very recently indeed. In summary, Mr. Enoch Drebber is at this very moment inside the safe. I'm just gonna check something here. Oh yeah. Just checking. Yeah, and no one was wondering why he's in the safe. Everyone has like forgotten that there's a bomb in the middle of the room. I'm sitting here more or less just shitting myself. There's a bomb in the middle of the room and people do not really give a care. I just checked over on YouTube and apparently it's making hairy feet. Not even joking, like he has sculptured big hairy feet for some reason. In shoes, I don't know why. By opening the safe, you mean? What else? Let's see, the combination was one... Oh.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help anyway, Susato. I do love it's actually bolted down as well. Yo, he has a mechanical hand. That cannot be comfortable as hell. You thought. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, you must be having a fucking laugh. Can you stop doing that, please? Okay, the whole doll thing or clockwork thing worked well for how it looked, but when it just started dancing, that was just taking the piss out of everything. Oh my goodness gracious. How many times have you seen shit like this in this game? But it has been Shampspear. It has been the dude from the last game who was like twirling around a lot. And now this. Right then, sir. Mr. Enoch Drebber, I presume. Correct. I don't know what to do for voice. I'm just gonna do something here. You better start talking. You tricked Professor Hairbrain with that bogus machine you built. I shall have to explain the theft of the waxwork from Madame Tuspel as well. Whilst I would be delighted to answer your many questions. Personally, I would advise that you deactivate my little parcel first. Deactivate? Your parcel? I refer, of course, to the time bomb I left in the most prominent position. I see. Stunned in silence. You're gearing up to die with me? Oh god. I kind of like this dude, just because it's like acting like a robot, but it's taking too much when it's starting to dance and shit. Mrs. Sholmes, with only 7 seconds to spare. That was too close to comfort. I've got 1 foot in the grave already. And I got a full diaper. Trying to help us get a killer or get us killed, eh? Just eating this up before it makes more voices. Well, well, my dear fellows, that was a close shave. The resemblance to and you have never seen it. Anti-gravity devices don't exist. Also, he says that exists, but doesn't believe in an instantaneous kinesis machine. I kind of dig this dude though in a way, but it's like taking it too much when he does stuff. Does he have a hand? Or is it actually a robot hand? I don't know. Okay, let's talk with him. So, what happened here? What on earth happened in here? You found me, haven't you? No need to screw me down any further. Everything in here is precisely what it seems. Yeah, well, I'll be giving it a thorough going over, don't you worry, Drebber. What fails to click with me is how we'll be able to locate my workshop that I was not expecting. When I heard whistling from the other room, I knew time was at a bolt. Whistling? Ah, that would have been me. For some reason, I woke in fine fettle today. Okay. I must have screwed loose, though I can remember the combination for the same. And another one loose,
as I couldn't remember on which piece of furniture I'd written it down. We also found a rope over by the wall. Yes, I had hoped to exit through the skylight, but sadly, the rope was too short. So I then set about searching for the combination to open my safe. And burning the immigrating blueprints, don't forget. Regrettably though, you failed to retrieve the head from the balloon among the rafters. And after that, you hid yourself inside the safe, having first set this partial ticking. Well, I had no intention of being nailed by the police. Got a death wish, have ya? Hiding right beside a ticking time bomb? Please, why do you suppose I choose to hide inside the safe? It's no ordinary safe. It's specially designed. A dynamite explosion would not leave a scratch on it. So, in fact, the safe was the only safe place. Precisely.
But once you climbed inside, wouldn't you have been able to get out again?
I invite you to look more closely.
Oh, that's actually kind of fair.
The safe is fitted with a handle on the inside to allow the door to be unlocked from within.
Oh, so it is.
I'd always intended to blow this place to smithereens in any case. I just wasn't expected uninvited guests to come along and screw up my plans. Do you mean to say you were planning to blow us all up? No. That was unforeseen.
What do you mean?
Most people run, you see, when they see a ticking time bomb at their feet. I calculated the time required for retreat to a safe distance and set the device accordingly.
Huh, so he's not a murderer, but he does some weird shit.
You seemingly endless discourse in here through a spanner in the works.
He's just looking at Sholmes right now. Is something wrong, Gregson? Do I have something on my face beside the usual eyes, ears, nose, and mouth? Okay, but we have the guy though, that's good. I think we have a fairly good idea what's been going on here now. But what about the two incidents you were evidently been involved in recently? Professor Harebrain's instantaneous kinesis experiment and the Great Exhibition, and the Workswork model you stole, which this head belongs to.
That's no ordinary head, you know. That's the head of the professor. Clad in a mask with a lock so strong I'm unable to open it, safely to reveal the killer's identity. I've been considering carrying it around as protection.
Oh. I do like the music when she comes in here, but still.
What's going on here, Gregson?
And also, welcome all viewers to the stream I'm holding, here in our little kingdom in the corner of Twitch. Grab yourself some snacks and something to drink, and I hope you enjoy the stream. I'm sure you are now aware that I have sole jurisdiction to investigate in here.
Yes, well.
Dr. Scythe again, so the forensic investigation team are here. And you know fully well, this engineer is a key witness. Why are you allowing this lawyer access to him? If Lord Strongheart knew of this, you'd be finished.
You lot, leave at once. My dear madame, there is no need to be such threatening tone, I assure you. After all, that's no way to greet an old acquaintance, is it, Dr. Scythe? Hello, Sholmes.
Like, her name is Scythe. I'm getting the feeling she has something to do with some sort of death, excepting being a coroner.
If it is to protecting the machine next door that's causing such sore expression on your face, you are quite misguided. It's really nothing more than a shell. Get out. But of course, we'll show ourselves the door. I see you haven't softened at all. Miss Naruto?
Yes?
It will appear our delightful entertaining investigation have run their course for today. But, Mr. Sholmes, let us leave this place in the doctor's capable hands. I said get out now. All of you. Your presence here is not required either, Gregson.
I really don't like her. I like her in a sense, but I don't like her. Like, I like the style she has in the game.
If it wasn't for this lawyer and his companions, we'd never have found this place, and the whole workshop would have been blown to bits. There was a time bomb set in here, and this lot disarmed it.
Inspector? I don't think that's gonna soften her.
Something giving you a chuckle, has it, Drebba? Sorry. Didn't mean to offend. You're quite right, of course. You disarmed the time bomb, didn't you? Yes, you did disarm that one.
Oh, fuck. Everyone hide in the safe. Wait, what? There is a fucking bomb in there? Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, fuck. Dude, I'm kind of glad we have been there like 3 or 4 times already. I'm kind of glad it didn't explode in our face. Oh, shit.
It was an hour later that we heard the news of the enormous explosion that rippled through the experimentation state at the Great Exhibition. Professor Harebrain's invention and all its secrets were blown away forever. Well, we still have the blueprints.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, no problem, Tall Girl. Sorry, I didn't see that before. But yeah, see you later, Tall Girl. Have a good evening. Have a very good evening.
I was so into the whole explosion here.
What the fuck? You exploded the whole shit.
It's very interesting how how the numbers work sometimes.
Good morning, Miss Naruto.
I kind of forgot his voice already. Good morning, Professor. Ready for today's proceedings?
I hope so. I should be. Even I, with nothing.
Good morning, my dear fellows.
Hello?
You're here? That's first, more or less. Why, naturally, a true gentleman stands shoulder to shoulder with his friend in battle all the times. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'll see you later then.
just ignoring the shit out of him.
Now, Professor, we really need you to remain calm in the courtroom today. Yes, do try your hardest not to enter the witness stand uninvited again.
Yes, I will. I realized it was a mistake, but
my dear fellows, I must interject. Oh, you're still here, Mr. Sholmes? What's the matter? Surely you've been overlooked some praise, have you not? Be cast in my direction, Sorry, I do not follow. Must I spell it out? I, the great Sherlock Holmes, the great detective, a worldwide acclamation. I rose at some ungodly hour to be here now. First thing in the morning, a miracle, you must agree. Well, if you agree, then... As you know, my sleep is quite impregnable. Iris had to employ her full gamut of tactics. She pulled the cover off, shook me, pulled both cheeks, punched me and kicked me from the bed. And then she poured boiling a hot cup of latest experimental blend on my face. And at last, I was bestirred. Oh my, Iris has been busy. Iris doesn't have it in her to go that far. She's too nice. Oh, I see. The spirit of fellow scientists. Want to release the infinite possibilities of blending tea. I'm the one worthy of praise here, not Iris. This is my victory. Good God. Yeah, you get some praise. Good for you, good for you. Pat on the head. Pat, 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 pat. I'm just checking some stuff, by the way, in the background. Oh, Inspector Gregson, good morning. Gregson, my dear fella. Why the grim expression at this delightful early hour? No, I don't know. Maybe because I've been confronted with a grimmer expression, eh? Dear me. Are you going to take that insult laying down, Professor? What? I don't know. Anyway, here's the paperwork you asked for. What paperwork? Ah, I took the liberty of requesting it yesterday. I have a feeling it might prove useful. You shouldn't believe the hops I had to jump through to get in through brought out of the archives. It's the professor's autopsy report. That mass murderer. Oh God, okay. He was found guilty in a closed trial 10 years ago now. It was all done on the wraps. And was quickly executed soon after the trial. It's all in here. I don't know what to say. Thank you, Inspector. Yes, much obliged, Gregson. Us lowly lot of the yard are doing what we can, in the shadows of the great Detective Sholmes, of course. I can actually want to see that now. Hold on. Can I check the court record? Ah, there we go. So, first of all, he said he wanted to take the mask off. Can you take the mask off? There is a key here. Also, this is a waxwork model. I feel getting the feeling they don't need a lock for this. They just need like a waxwork or it off it. Ooh, yeah, that would be something. Also, why would you need a lock for something like this if it is a waxwork model? Also, I did see something, by the way. I saw this latch down here. God, it doesn't work apparently. So, we need a key for this. Piss. Okay, so I'm gonna check this. Pseudonym Professor. Death by hanging confirmed at midnight by 17th of June. Courtney Stevens. Okay. That was a lot. Not really, but okay. Well then, Professor Airbrain. This is it. Today we're going to lay all of this to rest at last. I wish you the best of luck, Professor. I suppose he'll be here today. Been there today, will he? Drubber. Yes, we expect the prosecution to summon him as a witness.
I'm still amazed that you managed to find him in just one day. I really owe you both so much.
The counsel and the defendant. The trial is about to resume. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once. Let's go to the courtroom.
Yeah, well, we have to deal with the professor, which is a matter Sholmes doesn't want to talk about. And there's something that is connected to Japan as well. And also we have Kazuma-sama that might be a walking dead person with amnesia, so who knows? I have actually no idea. We have the same people here today, that's good.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. We resume the public hearing of Albert Harebrain, here presented, who stands accused of murder. Are the counsel of the prosecution and the defense ready to proceed?
Oh, look at... Oh, right, he did say he was going to be with him. So we believe that the masked man is Kazuma. That's supposed to be dead, but it's not.
The prosecution is ready.
The defense is ready, my lord. Yep. But they did react when he said Kazuma.
If I may, Lord Van Six.
Yes, my lord.
There appears to be someone standing at your side.
Ah, yes. My apprentice and assistant. The prosecution believes today's proceeding will see the complexity of this case rise considerably. Oop. Well, with thought of Kazuma used to own a katana that's technically on my hip right now, I am pretty certain that must be him. Holy crap, though. I therefore instructed my assistant to attend to ensure the smooth running of the trial. Oh yeah, that was kind of nice though. I've seen in slow-mo guys when they did stuff like that. Apparently they use a knife that is not sharp, but they do it in such an angle it literally just like clink it out. But he's still suffering from amnesia, so there's really nothing we can do at the moment. I know, but this is very hard. Yeah, so they believe that guy is their dead friend.
It would appear that the prosecution has done a fine job in responding to the demands of the court made yesterday. I understand you have successfully secured the engineer who disappeared from the scene on the day in question.
Yes, my lord. I intend to call him as a witness shortly.
Very good, very good. Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, who have been chosen at random to represent the will of the people in the courtroom for today, are ready and willing to proceed.
Aye, of course, my lord. I'm sure we all understand the importance of doing your civic duty. I do despise deception and deceit. I find it so very wearing. To take a man's life with a conjuring trick is against the magician's code, not mentioned in law.
And a fake scientist who feel the wrath of God if you ask me.
We have a listen to what is said, both sides of the fences. Settle one and that's it. It's kind of cursed whenever she does that.
I was like this in all my day. Wasn't like this at all.
He just says his sister is just grumpy. Nothing else.
If all parties are ready to proceed, you may begin, Lord Van Six.
Before I do, my lord, there is a report I must read to the court. Yesterday at the great exhibition ground,
the evidence of primary importance in this case. The super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine, which was installed to the experimentation stage, was deliberately destroyed in another explosion affected by an unknown person or persons. It was, what? An explosion? This is an outrage. Yeah, we know about that because Drebber told us about the other bomb. Yes, I heard this grave news yesterday. Scotland Yard submitted a report to my office in the evening. I read that the machine was blasted to smithereens and the wreckage reduced to ashes in flames. I have here a photographic print of the scene, taken in the wake of the explosion. Trapdoor. We did talk about trapdoor. There was a trapdoor. It shows what little remains of the machine. The funny part is it's more or less just showing the important bits of the machine. Yes, terrible business. Huh. That Enoch Drebber. The court will take this print as evidence, counsel. I do love like there's still some stuff there that's still gonna be there. But unfortunately, people, I'm gonna have to end my stream. Because it is about to get to 8 o'clock. I do hope you